This is 34 News with Joanna Chehan and Lindsay Curry with the news, Hannah Pardon with arts and entertainment, and Dan Zeligman with sports. And now, from SPF ETV Studios, here is Joanna Chehan and Lindsay Curry.
Hi, and welcome to this edition of 34 News. I'm Joanna Chehan.
And I'm Lindsay Curry.
In this edition, we'll present you with an overview of the newly arrived winter sports season, as well as a recap of ROTC's visit to Ground Zero.
We'll be right back after this quick public service announcement.
Can take you places no other vehicle can, to strange worlds and even stranger life forms, to the silicon landscapes of tomorrow's supercomputers. This incredible vehicle can take you as far as your ability and imagination will allow, but only if you don't bail out. So stay in school. This message was brought to you by the United States Air Force.
Everyone has seen footage on television and pictures in the newspapers of Ground Zero, but Scotch Plains fan when ROTC members decided to interact with it firsthand. 5 cadets, Jason Parker, Stephen Parker, Valerie Baratucci, Larry Ng, and Dan Riedel, donated their time to raise money to help the families of victims of the September 11th tragedy. Angelica D'Annunzio went on location with ROTC member Stephen Parker to find out more. Angelica?
Service ideas where we send holiday cards to shut-ins. We have a
This is Angelica D'Annunzio reporting for 34 News, and I'm here with Cadet Captain Stephen Parker. So, Steve, I understand that on December 1st and 2nd, some of members of ROTC were lucky enough to get into New York City concerning Ground Zero. I also understand that you were in charge of this operation. What did you do at Ground Zero?
We raised money for the World Trade Center Fund for the victims of the fire department and police department families.
Who were the 5 members that got to go?
It was myself, my brother Jason Parker, Larry Ng, Dan Riedel, and Valerie Baratucci.
Now, how did you get into the city?
We took in the train.
Did you pay for it with ROTC money?
No, when the conductor saw that we had our military IDs and then we were going to collect money, we got it for free.
That's great. What else has ROTC been doing to help the coping families of the disaster of September 11th?
We've been doing pictures with Santa to raise money, and we're planning on going in once a week on Saturdays or Sundays to Ground Zero to continue raising money.
That's great. This has been Angelica D'Annunzio reporting for 34 News. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Angelica. A week before the winter break, Bible Club encouraged all to meet their secret Santa. The event was an overall success.
While successfully coordinating numerous amounts of holiday charities, DECA has also fit into its busy schedule time to sweep countless wins in their annual competitions. Kim Lorenzini went on location with a DECA member to find out more. Kim?
Hi, this is Kimberly Lorenzini reporting on location, and joining me is Josh Finkelstein, a member of DECA. So Josh, you recently had a competition. How did it go?
We did very well. We placed very high in all the events, and we did kind of how we expected to do.
And where was it held?
It was at Middlesex County College.
And what day was it held?
On Monday the 7th.
Okay, congratulations. So what else does DECA have planned?
Well, we have our state competition in February. We go there and it's in Cherry Hill, and we compete for the state level and a chance to go into nationals.
Okay, good luck. This has been Kimberly Lorenzini reporting for 34 News. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Kim. SCN recently has sent out season's greetings cards to SPF police and firemen. Cards were also sold and sent to the victims of the events of September 11th. For more on CN, Dan Turgan went on location. Dan?
Dan Turgan reporting with SCN member Lauren Hernandez. So Lauren, who can you thank for donating all the cards?
Mrs. Senth and the National Wholesale Liquidators.
And when will they be sent out to the victims' families and the Scotch Plains Fire and Police Department?
Probably the week before Christmas. We're not really sure yet, so.
Well, the card drive isn't the only thing you have going on. You also have a canister drive. Can you tell us about that?
Sure, we're having a can drive where whoever's homeroom gets the most cans gets a pizza party. So that's another thing that we're doing. We're also having another can drive separate from that for just basically the people in the town that don't have food.
All right, well, thanks a lot. This is Dan Churgan. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Dan. January 4th to the 6th was the second annual Model United Nations Assembly Program in Hershey, Pennsylvania. The conference at the Hershey Lodge gave students an opportunity to act as delegates from countries such as Jordan, Belgium, Japan, Canada, and Ghana. Delegates from each country met daily to discuss topics and attempted to put forth solutions to problems such as AIDS and disease control, drug trafficking, immigration, child slavery, and terrorism prevention. Spearheaded by advisors Ms. Peruta and Mrs. Sleeper, the conference turned out to be a huge success. Barry Salmon won the award as an alternate for the National Affairs Convention. Ryan Weber takes over the graduating senior Dan Churgan spot as youth secretariat, and the Scotch Plains Family Group as a whole won the award for outstanding delegation. Congratulations to the Model UN.
FBLA Future Business Leaders of America participated in a competition on January 8th. Dustin Jefferson, Matt Ertel, Matt DeNicolo, Jeremy Lipstein, and Mike Hughes placed in regionals and therefore qualified to participate in the state competition in April. For more on the story, let's go on location with Josh Heffler. Josh?
This is Josh Heffler reporting for 34 News. I'm here with Mike Zatorsky and Scott Hyman for FBLA. So Mike, what upcoming events does FBLA have to offer?
All right, we have regionals coming up on Tuesday, followed by states in April, and then that's followed by nationals.
Scott, I've heard that FBLA has been very active in the community. What events have they done?
We did our bowl-a-thon, and we had several fundraisers. We raised some money for the March of Dimes and other charities.
Mike, what events are you in for FBLA?
I'm in website development, website design, and the Partnership with Business project.
And Scott, you?
I'm in entrepreneurship.
Well, this has been Josh Heffler. Now back to the studio.
The 7 members of SGA have once again pulled through to help bring together the school and community. Students, teachers, and parents came together to help the New Jersey Blood Bank with an emergency blood drive. Nick Bruto went to the blood drive to talk to some SGA coordinators and some blood donors. Nick?
For 34 News, I'm here at the blood drive with some members of SGA and some blood donors. So, Ray, can you tell us a little bit about who put this together?
Yes, mainly SGA. We've been working on it for a couple weeks. Regina over here, Lindsay Curry, Tyler Stender, Dan Zelkman, Bob Walden, Lane Bonsi, and myself. We worked for, like I said, a couple weeks, working really hard to get this together, and a couple volunteers, so that's how it was put together.
Okay, Regina, I understand that you weren't approved to give blood. Why is that?
No, I was rejected. My iron level was too low. It was under 12.5, but anyone who's over 17 can try and donate, so.
Okay. And can you tell me a little bit about the paperwork that has to be filled out to donate blood?
Yeah, when you come in here, you sign in or whatever, and they give you a clipboard and a pen, and basically you just got to fill out a whole bunch of information on yourself, answer all the questions that are on the white, they ask you about have you ever had a disease or whatever, and I just filled this out now, and I'm about to submit it, and hopefully I'll be approved because I really want to do my part and hopefully get a free teddy bear I could give my grandma for Christmas.
Okay, and Tony, I understand you gave blood. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, first they prick your finger and take a little bit of blood, and then they prick your vein and take a lot of blood, and you get some juice and a bear. That's pretty much it.
And the pin. Okay, this has been Nick Rowan reporting for 34 News. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Nick. Future Educators of America is a newly found club here at SPFHS. It was formed for those who wish to pursue a career in education. For more on this story, let's go on location with Nick Bruno, who's with the club advisor, Ms. Peruta. Nick?
Hi, this is Nick Bruno reporting for 34 News. I'm here with Ms. Peruta, advisor of the Future Educators of America. So, Ms. Peruta, who created this club?
Actually, it was the idea of Mrs. Senf, who's the English supervisor, and she asked me to go on board with her to get it started because I'm a new teacher in the district and I went to school here, and that's kind of the premise of the club.
Okay, and what kind of things does the club do?
Well, actually, it prepares students who are interested in the teaching profession to pursue it and to understand what it's about. It also helps people make a decision if they want to go into the field or not. So it's interesting in that way, and they get to do some fun projects too.
Okay, do you have any activities coming up?
Actually, we do. This year we're going to head up the Read Across America project, which is done every year, but this year it's going to be bigger and better. We're going to be able to incorporate more of the elementary schools this year. Last year we could only do Evergreen and Coles, so next year we'll be able to incorporate more of them into the program.
Okay, thanks very much. This has been Nick Bruner reporting for 34 News. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Nick. The Student Movement Against Cancer Club, better known as SMAC, has been very busy planning activities to raise cancer awareness all over the state of New Jersey. Catherine Logan caught up with co-founders Rob Matar and Ryan Crawford to find information on upcoming charity events. Now let's go to Catherine.
Rob, can you tell me what's going on with SMAC lately?
We have a few events coming up. The next one will be Teacher Sundays, which should be a really fun event. It is, we will get as many teachers to volunteer their services as we can. And how it will work is that there will be canisters in the cafeteria as well as in their classrooms. And students will put money in there, in their canisters. And whichever teacher has the most money out of all of them, we will have in the gym after school. And every student in the school will be able to make sundaes out of them, pouring syrup on their head, whipped cream, all that kind of stuff. So that should be our next fundraiser. It should be a big event.
And is there anything else going on with SMAC lately?
Later this month, we are going to be holding Cancer Drive in Westfield, Scotch Plains, and Fanwood. And we urge all residents to, if you see SMAC members, to please support them. And also in March, we will be holding the SMAC Up All Night, which will consist of DJs, beauticians, massage therapists, video game tournaments, all sorts of stuff. So we encourage everyone to come out.
Well, it all sounds very interesting. Thank you very much. This has been Catherine Logan reporting for 34 News. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Catherine. The Teen Involvement Program is headed by Ms. McDermott. To see what TIPS is about and what the club is up to, Jenna Natal went on location. Jenna?
Hi, this is Jenna Natal reporting for 34 News, and I'm here with advisor of TIPS, Ms. McDermott. So, what does TIPS stand for?
A Teen Involvement Program for Students.
Okay, and what do you do in TIPS?
Well, the TIPS students are involved in the teen tutoring, which is, pretty much for the high school and also the middle schools. And we also are now starting an Evergreen School for teen tutors. The other thing we do are community service ideas where we send holiday cards to shut-ins. We have a Thanksgiving Day drive where we collect food for them. We also have something called cross-age teaching where we like to go into the elementary schools and present some lessons. And we're also representatives from the high school for the DARE program in the middle school. Okay.
Sounds good.
It is good. Can I put in a plug now for teen tutors? We are in desperate need of teen tutors for the elementary school and the middle school levels. And if anybody wants to be a teen tutor, I ask that you see Mrs. Lisa Coolbear in the counseling office, and we'd love to sign you up.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
This has been Jenna Natal reporting for 34 News. Now back to the studio.
Recently, Pedro Florentine, one of our broadcast journalism editors, created a digitally edited commercial using a nonlinear computer-based editing system. Now let's see the results.
School auditorium is almost finished. The only thing that needs to be finished is this putting in the lights and sound.
Vigorously over the past few months, working on canister drives, field trips,
The roles were passed. Congratulations to all those that went through the process and made a major role.
The boys and girls varsity swim team has begun. They practice every day from 3 to 4 at the Fairland YMCA.
That wraps it up for Hard News, and now let's go to Hannah Pardon with Arts and Entertainment. Hannah?
Thanks, Joanna. The Chorus had their annual holiday concert on Wednesday, December 19th at 7:30 in the auditorium. The program consisted of 6 segments, including the SPFHS Sensations, Percussion Ensemble, Lost Con, Brass Ensemble, Select Choir, and the show concluded with a 250-member concert choir. Now let's go to the footage of the concert choir's special arrangement of Jingle Bells. David Baumwell is this month's Male Senior of the Month. Dave was voted Best Personality of the senior class in this year's Senior Superlatives and is the senior president. For more on Dave, let's go on location with Angelica D'Annunzio. Angelica?
D'Annunzio reporting for 34 News, and this month's Senior Male of the Month is David Baumwell. Because of his busy schedule, David is unable to be here for this interview, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about David. David has managed to get himself quite involved here at SPFHS. Along with being active in DECA, holding office as state president, he also helped form SMAC last year. With those big roles in his life, David still has made the commitment to be in 2 varsity sports, winter track and baseball in the spring. Not only that, but he was voted Homecoming King in November. David, congratulations and keep up your good work. Sorry you couldn't be here for this interview. Now back to the studio.
The Winter Guard recently began their season. Annie Weber went on location with Jackie Tumalo and Tammy Walker to find out more.
Hi, this is Annie Weber on location for 34 News Monthly. I'm here with 2 members of the Winter Guard.
Jackie Tumalo.
Tammy Walker. So Jackie, how is the Winter Guard season looking so far?
So far it's looking pretty good. We got 2 practices, 2 full-day practices at the JCC, and we got to learn part of the show, and it was a lot of fun.
That's good. What are some of the songs or the theme that you're doing this year?
Our theme is Women's Strength Through the Decades, and our songs are I Will Survive, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, Britney Spears Stronger, and Deborah Cox, Absolutely Not.
So who are the captains?
The captains this year are 2 juniors, Anne-Marie Klimowitz and Kim Pudlak.
When does the season start?
We have about a month left of practice, but our season starts in the beginning of February.
Sounds good. Good luck with that. Now back to the studio.
This month's Female Senior of the Month is Jenny Harrison. Jenny is the senior yearbook editor and is ranked 10th academically in the senior class. Nick Bruno caught up with Jenny to find out more. Nick?
Hi, this is Nick Bruno reporting for 34 News, and I'm here with the Female Senior of the Month, Jen Harrison. So what clubs are you in, Jen?
I'm in ASA, SAD, and yearbook.
Okay, and I understand that you're a tennis player. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
This was my 3rd season on varsity this year. We had a fairly good season, a few tough matches this year, and we had a couple new members to the team, but we did pretty well overall.
Okay. Do you hold any positions on the tennis team or on any clubs?
I was the captain of the tennis team, and I'm the senior yearbook editor.
Okay, and how are you doing academically?
I'm doing pretty well this year. Classes have been pretty hard, but overall, I'm doing all right. Pretty good.
Okay, and what about college? Have you made any decisions yet?
Yeah, I finished the whole college process, and I got accepted early decision to Cornell, so that's where I'm going.
Okay, well, congratulations. This has been Nick Bruno reporting for 34 News. Now back to the studio.
Mr. Patterson is this month's Faculty Member of the Month. Mr. Patterson teaches sophomore English here at Scotch Plains Fanwood High School. Joe Prefect went on location to find out more.
Okay. Hi, I'm Jill Prefect, and I'm here with Faculty Member of the Month, Mr. Patterson. So, Mr. Patterson, what do you teach here at the high school?
Well, since it's the 7th time we've done this interview, I think now I do remember that I teach sophomore English, yes.
Okay, how long have you been teaching here?
This is my 36th year, but don't print that.
Okay, and what makes you think that you're a better teacher than others?
Oh, I'm not a better teacher. I'm different in some ways, but not better at all. No, there's a lot of teachers in this school, many more teachers in this school, who are as good or better than I am, and they deserve this honor just as much as as I do. But no, I'm not that different from other teachers.
Okay.
I try to inject just a smidge of humor into things that I do, but it doesn't usually come across.
Okay, do you enjoy teaching here?
I think my last question answered that, but yes, I do. I still enjoy it, and I try to find humor wherever I can, even in the classroom. That's difficult.
What do you like to do in your spare time?
I laugh a lot. I laugh a lot. I fish, I run, I write, I do a lot of reading, and I wash dishes in my apartment.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Patterson. And now back to the studio.
Thanks, Jill. That's it for Arts and Entertainment. We'll be right back with sports after this brief message.
Vince, my woman's done left me, my dog ran away, and people still aren't wearing their safety belts.
Vince, you singing those buckle up blues again?
Some people don't wear their seat belts. I can't believe it's true. Those kind of people get knocked right out of their shoes. So buckle up, baby. Don't sing me those buckle up blues.
You could learn a lot from a dummy.
buckle your safety belt. I mean it, baby. Buckle, honeysuckle, buckle, yeah.
And now to find out what's going on with sports this month, let's go to Dan Zalkman.
Thank you, Lindsay. The boys varsity basketball is off to a steady start. They're led by all the seniors who have the experience to lead them to a successful season. We look forward to see them in their upcoming games. Now let's go on location with Karen Lucy to find out more. Karen?
On location for 34 News, and I'm here with two members of the varsity basketball team.
Steve Williams.
And
Warren Montgomery.
so, Steve, who are the captains this year?
Well, the coach decided to have all the seniors be captains, so that's who they are.
And what's your record so far this year?
We're 2-3.
And when's your next upcoming game?
We have a game today at 4 o'clock against Shabazz and Saturday at night against Linden.
And do you think you guys have a chance at the States this year?
Well, depending if we do well today. Today's like a pivotal game, so I think we should do well and we can make States.
All right, good luck, guys. This has been Karen Lucy reporting for 34 News. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Karen. The girls varsity basketball team is having a great start as well. They're currently 6-1 and don't seem to be showing any signs of slowing down. Now let's go on location with Kimberly Lorenzini to hear about their success. Kimberly?
Reporting on location here with Kit Kat Dill and Mr. Hom, both members of the varsity girls basketball team. So Kit Kat, how's your season going so far?
We're doing real good. We're real successful. We won our Christmas tournament. We're 6-1 so far.
That's great. And Mr. Hom, who are some of your strong basketball players?
Well, I consider everybody strong, So far, Hillary Klimowitz, our freshman center, has been doing real well, scoring most of our points for us. But I think it's a big team effort on everybody's part. Why we're so successful so far.
And what's your outlook for the rest of the season?
Well, we want to qualify for the state tournament, and we want to do well in the Union County tournament. I think we can reach the semifinals or the finals with some, if we play well and a little bit of luck and have a winning season and do well against some of the better teams.
Okay, good luck for the rest of the season. This has been Kimberly Lorenzini reporting for 34 News. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Kimberly. The boys track team has started off strong too. Two of their top runners, Ray Williams and Babel Walden, set more records this season. They will be looking to be doing even better as the season progresses. Now let's hear from the team, which is standing by with Adam Corbin. Adam?
34 News, and I'm here with Rocco Allo, a member of the Scotch Plains Fanwood High School varsity winter track team. So Rocco, how's the year been going so far?
Pretty well. We've had 2 meets so far, and we just had one a couple days ago, Wayne Valentine Invitational at Drew, and Ray Williams set a meet record for the 55 meter. He won that. Bob won the 3200 and also set a meet record for that race, and Chris Feiner won the shot put event, first place, and and Brian Kopnicki placed 4th in 3200 as well. He ran pretty well too. So
Alright.
pretty successful.
All right, that's pretty good. And do you have any big upcoming meets that are coming up?
We got state relays on Sunday, and then the next day is girls counties, and a couple days after that is boys counties.
All right, good luck with the rest of the season. This has been Adam Corbin reporting for 34 News, and now back to the studio.
Thanks, Corbin. This year, the girls' winter track team is led by seniors Joe Kozlecki, Jamie Ferraro, and our very own Lindsay Curry. They currently place 2nd in the counties, and the 4x400 relay team, as well as the distance medley team, were the biggest contributors. Now let's go on location with Mike Hessemer to hear more about their success.
Reporting for 34 News, and I'm here with some winter track members. We have Rachel Jones and Lauren Belford. So, Rachel, what are some of the upcoming events this year?
Oh, okay. Well, on December 22nd at Drew University, we have the holiday relays coming up.
That's good. And Lauren, who are some of the key runners this year?
There are seniors Rachel Jones, Joe Kozlecki, Jamie Ferrara, sophomore or junior Stephanie Heath, and myself. We're all good key players for this season.
That's good. This has been Mike Hessemer. Now back to Dan.
Thanks, Mike. This year, the varsity wrestling team is very strong. They're looking to do big things this year, led by captains Matt Loomis, Lucas Francavilla, and Matt DeNicolo. They're currently 6-2 and are looking to do well home against Cranford and this weekend at the Patriot Duels. Now, let's go on location with Matt Ryan to hear more. Matt?
34 News, and I'm here with Andrew Silber from the boys wrestling team. I heard you had a tough match yesterday. How'd you do?
We did pretty good. I think the whole team pulled together nicely. First time we beat them in 8 years. Felt really, really good. key wrestlers pulled through for us, and we just got a big win. Felt great.
That's great. Who are the captains of the team?
Matt Loomis, Matt DiNiccolo, and Lucas Francavilla. Really great captains.
And what are your outlooks for the season?
I think we'll do pretty good this year. We got a really stacked lineup. I think we should be able to take Patriot duels this year. We should send a few wrestlers into the regions this year. We should really do good this year.
All right. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Matt. The boys varsity swim team is off to a good start with a 5-1 record. They're sure to continue the success throughout the season with their captain, Steve Swenson. Now let's hear more with Karen Lucy. Karen?
Hi, this is Karen Lucy reporting for 34 News, and I'm here with two members of the varsity boys swim team.
Alex Hofer.
And?
Terry Juba.
So, Alex, who are the captains this year?
Ryan Hartman and Stevie Swenson.
And what's your record so far?
3-1.
Can you tell me when your next meet is?
It's next Tuesday against Eastside.
And how do you guys think you're going to do at regionals?
We're going to win.
All right, thanks, guys. This has been Karen Lucy for 34 News. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Karen. To see how the girls' varsity swim team is doing, now let's go on location with Adam Corbin, who's interviewing Angelica D'Annunzio.
Reporting for 34 News, and I'm here with a member of the girls' varsity swim team, Angelica D'Annunzio. So, Angelica, how's the season been going so far?
The season's really good. We lost against Westfield, but we came back strong with Cranford, and with the help of a lot of new freshmen, our team's pulling together and really doing great.
All right, that's good. And who are some key swimmers this year?
Key swimmers include senior captains Allie Hesmer, Julia Sheffield, junior Pam Cameron, and her little sister Amanda Cameron.
The bowling team has been big this year and started off with a 5-2 record. They have some strong young players such as TC Taylor Cole and sophomore Matt Crawford. We will see how they do as the season goes on. To hear more, let's go to Ryan Keogh to hear who's on location.
On location with Mr. Mason, the coach of the Scotch Plains Fanwood bowling team. So, Mr. Mason, could you tell me who the captains are this year of the bowling team?
The varsity captain this year is E.J. Saradecki. We only have one captain because it's a small team.
And could you tell me some key players on the bowling team?
Well, E.J. is our anchor man, so he's a man we count on in the clutch. But we've had some nice performances this year from Taylor Cole, who's out for the first time. He's did a really nice job for us. Chris Geigel, a freshman, has really come along strong. And Kristen Williams and Matt Crawford are the other two starters.
Sounds good. And any upcoming important matches you could tell us about?
Well, next week we're going to have matches against Linden and Westfield, two of the better teams in the conference. So we're going to have to really step it up a little bit to compete with them.
All right. And you think you guys are going to do good this year?
Well, so far we're 5-2, 4-1 in the conference, so we're doing pretty well. We hope to continue along those efforts and do well in the county and state tournament.
Sounds good. Now back to the studio.
This month's Male Athlete of the Month is Bob Walden. He's with Tracy Fitzgerald to hear more about his success. Tracy?
News, and I'm here with Bob Walden, the Male Athlete of the Month. So, Bob, cross-country season just ended. How'd you do there?
Well, I finished 10th in New Jersey. I won the Short Coaches Invitational, the Passaic County Invitational. I was county champ, conference champ, first team all group, second team all state, first team all area, and first team all county.
Okay, and you're in the middle of the track season right now. How are you doing, and what events are you running?
I'm running the 2 mile and the mile, and it's looking pretty well. We have a good distance medley team.
What are some of your expectations for the season?
Well, I'd like to try to go nationals in both the 2 mile and the mile. I'm currently 11 seconds in the 2 mile away from the qualifying standard and 7 seconds in the mile from the qualifying standard.
Okay, and are you going to be running for the spring season?
Yeah, the same events, the 3,200 in the mile as well.
And have you put any thought into what college you're going to?
Yes, I'm going to go to Columbia.
Columbia. And are you running there?
Yes, I will be running there. I was contacted by the coach, and I'll be running there.
Well, congratulations. This has been Tracy Fitzgerald reporting for 34 News. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Tracy. The Female Athlete of the Month is Jill Kozlecki. Matt Kinney goes on location to hear about this outstanding athlete. Matt?
On location for 34 News. I'm here with Jill Kozlecki, Female Athlete of the Month. So, Jill, what sport do you play?
I'm currently involved in track.
And what's your record this year?
We are currently only in invitationals. We don't do team versus team meets for winter track.
Do you hold any personal records?
Yeah, for the 400 and the 600, also the 4x200 and the 4x4 relays.
Do you plan on playing this in college, or you've been looking for college?
Yeah, if I get accepted to East Stroudsburg, I'm going to run track for them.
Well, good luck. This has been Matt Canego. Now back to the studio.
Well, that's it for winter sports. Now back to your anchors.
Thanks, Dan. That wraps it up for this edition of 34 News. I'm Joanna Jihan.
And I'm Lindsay Curry. We'll see you next month.